My name is Sahira, and I'm here to teach you the beautiful art of belly dance. Hey there, fabulous dancer, and welcome back to my channel. I am excited to be with you here today, and today I'm going to teach you one of belly dance's most quintessential movements, the hip circle. This is part of my 10 moves that every belly dancer should know series, and these movements are quintessential to the art form. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. Before we dive in, I want you to go ahead and post below. Let me know where you're from and let me know what you love most about belly dancing. And then if you want some extra credit, let me know what it is that you would like to learn about the beautiful art of belly dance. And perhaps I will choose your topic for a future video. So today we are looking at the hip circle. Now there are lots of hip circles in belly dance. The one we're focusing on today is a horizontal hip circle. And I'm going to teach you 3 different textures, 3 different varieties of horizontal hip circles. And be sure you stick around for the very end because we're going to put them together into a little combination and then dance them with music. So let's go ahead and get started. Making sure that you're in your basic belly dance posture, right? So the feet are about hip bone width apart. Knees are slightly soft, right? Bring those knees back to straight and then release them ever so slightly. Tuck that pelvis gently so that you have a very long spine and it's like you're pointing your tailbone towards the floor as opposed to towards the back wall. So engage in the lower abdominals, create a nice long lower spine, lift the chest, roll those shoulders back and down, and we'll go ahead and drill this, bringing our arms here to second position, elbows slightly in front, middle finger slightly dropped, thumb elongated, chin lifted, nice long neck. You're smiling, you're breathing, and you're ready to go. Let's go ahead and create this in the counterclockwise direction first. You're going to slide your hip out to the right, keeping it parallel to the floor. Then we're going to push the hips forward, keeping them even and parallel, and then take them over to the left. Freeze frame here real quick and make sure that your hip scarf or the line of your pants is still parallel to the floor. Watch out for this. Watch out for knees bending and straightening. Yeah, when you take it to the back, here's a super important spot right here. As you take it to the back, I want you to be sure that you're engaging in your lower abdominals to try to create a really long lower spine. Watch out for this. Be sure that your booty doesn't escape behind you, right? Engage in the pelvis to think about nice long lower spine, tucking that tailbone or tucking your imaginary tail between your legs and creating a nice stretch in the lower back. You're really going to want to watch that. And then we take it over to the right. Then we're ready to start over again. Hip slide right, hips are parallel to the ground. Hips push forward, hips go over to the left, once again parallel to the ground, and then engage in the lower abdominals as you pull your hips behind you, and we'll do it again. Over to the right, to the front. Upper body is doing nothing yet, right? We're going to keep the upper body in place. It may look like I'm leaning forward and back, but it's an optical illusion, right? Hips are moving back and front, and it looks like the top of your body is moving in response to that, but it's not. So I'm going to show you from the side. If the hips are going right, then front, then left, then back. Upper body is staying stationary. Hips are doing all the work. So check in with your mirror, check in with your body, and make sure that the hips are the ones doing the work here. Yeah? So now let's go ahead and try that exact same variation. This is our regular horizontal stationary hip circle. Let's try it in the clockwise direction. So we're going to start over here on the left, and we're going to go left to the front, to the right, and then to the back. It's the exact same 4 isolations, but you're going to be doing them in a slightly different order. And so it might feel more or less comfortable. Everyone has a side that's a little bit more comfortable for them. So just be aware if you notice that it's easier or harder. As you go to the back, tuck that pelvis, nice long spine. As you go to the left, your hips are straight. As you go to the right, your hips are straight, parallel to the floor, long spine as you go to the back, over to the left, to the front, to the right, to the back. Let's take it around one more time. Knees are soft, but not really bending and straightening. Feet are nice and anchored to the floor. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Come back to center. Yeah? How's it going so far? Let me know how it's going. Think about as you come to the back with those hips, the chest stays open. Watch out for this, for the chest dropping or the shoulders rolling. Make sure that the chest and the neck, the heart, is open the whole time as you do that. Yeah, so we've got our counterclockwise and our clockwise horizontal hip circle. Let me show you 2 more variations so that we can put them together and create a little combination out of it, shall we? Here's another variation. We're going to think about isolating the circle to one hip. Now, you can't actually do this because your hips are connected, and so when one moves, the other moves. But in this variation, I would like you to think about concentrating your efforts on one side. So we're going to concentrate the efforts here on the right. And in order to sort of emphasize that idea, I'm going to kind of step on the right foot as I do it. And then I'm going to release my weight slightly and step on the right foot again. You can do this with the feet stationary, but I'm showing you here kind of where my weight is going. And then oftentimes I do travel with this movement too. So that's an option you have. We're not going to do that today. We're going to keep it in place, but you can do that little step to give a little extra connection to the ground. I'm still creating a horizontal hip circle. This one is going in essence from underneath to in front, to the right, to the back, and back underneath, right? So that right hip is driving it, and it's a little lobe of a circle that's on the right side of the body. It's really cute to take the arms and open them up so that you're framing that hip. So the right hand is down, left hand is slightly lifted. So it creates an angularity. You can look down at that hip. It's very pretty. Let's do 2 more like that. And one last one here. Yeah, so that was the right hip driving, and it was going clockwise. Now let's check out the left hip, same concept. We're going to focus on the left hip moving more than the right. It's our center of focus here, and it's going to go counterclockwise. So I'm going to use my foot again to kind of push into the ground and stretch that hip out. You should start to feel this, yeah, in your obliques, in the side of your back. All those muscles are working to make this movement happen. You're keeping your spine nice and long, the pelvis tucked underneath you. Watch out for duck butt in the back, right? You don't want to release the booty as you go to the back. Think about keeping it nice and long to protect that lower back and to maintain the very horizontal nature of this particular hip circle. So I'm pushing, and the hips are going from underneath to the front, to the side, to the back, underneath to the front, to the side, to the back, creating that little angularity with the hands, right? Energy in the hands, engaging the gaze towards the left. Let's do 2 more here. And let's do one last one. Excellent. So now we have 2 variations. We have that hip circle that's mostly centered underneath us. And then we have sort of a more one-sided hip circle, all horizontal. I'm going to give you one more bonus variation here, which is also horizontal, but we're going to take it and make it a little bit bigger. So coming back to our clockwise direction, I'm going to invite you to widen your stance just a little bit. So we're going to take the stance and we're going to open it up so the feet are just outside of the hips to give you more balance so that the hips can be a bigger movement. We're still moving horizontally, left, front, right. When you go to the back, you're still engaging, but now I'm going to think about pulling the hips further back, engaging in the lower abdominals, and actually allowing that upper body to lean forward a little bit. As you lean forward, think about engaging in the upper back to lift your heart to the sky. It's almost like you're doing a little upper back arch to prevent you from ending up here where you're kind of leaned over and hunched. You want to be here where your chest is open to the sky, chin is open, it's all open to the sky, but you're tucked, right? Not here, tucked, right? So as we come to the back, wider stance, pushing left, front, right, coming to the back, let that upper body lean forward, chest is open, chin is open, arms are open, over to the left, and again, pushing forward, bigger movement, might feel like you're leaning back a little bit, that's okay. Hips come to the back, chest stays open, pelvis is engaged, back is long. Let's do 2 more like this, really slow. These tend to be very slow circles. Arms can dive down and gather. 1 more time, arms float up, wrists float up, wrists plunge down as the hips come behind, back to center. Let's take it back over to the right, hold it here, and now let's reverse that idea. So counterclockwise, wide stance, hips go to the back, legs are fairly straight, pelvis is engaged, chest is lifted, right up. Yeah, here we go. You can keep the arms open if you would like to minimize the layering that you need to do. Yeah, right to the front. Take it to the back, engage the lower abdominals, chest is open, pelvis is engaged. Good, let's do 1 more here with the arms, floating the wrists up, diving them down. And coming back to center and bringing the feet back to our home position. How is that going? Post below, let me know what's happening here. Which of those 3 variations do you like the best? Now, we're going to put it together into a combination. Okay, folks, let's put together our hip circle combination. What we're going to do is 2 one-sided hip circles with a little step. Let's start on the right. They're both going to be on the right. Right side and then right side. As you come to the center, recenter yourself and take it over to the left because we're going to do one big full hip circle here, or maybe like a medium one. And then as your weight comes back over to the left, allow that right foot to sneak open a little bit because you're going to take one really big hip circle and all the way around back to the left. One complete hip circle. You're going to end up with your weight back on the left, sneak that foot back in to repeat your combination. So once again, it's tiny little one-sided right hip circle, another tiny little one-sided right hip circle, now a bigger centered hip circle, and then open the stance and a very large circle, and we'll do those arms with it. Let's think about our angled arms here on the small. Angled on the small, we'll bring our arms to second for this middle hip circle, and then arms dive down and pull back up. Let's try that again with the arms. Arms are here at an angle to draw attention to that right hip. Feet don't have to move here, arms float. We're here in the center, and then big hip circle. We're gonna do that one more time. I'll give you the counts. It's gonna be 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's go on 7, 8, small and small and slightly bigger and really big. Yes, let's go ahead and practice that on the other side. Here we go. Small hip circle on the left. Small hip circle on the left. Here's our medium that goes all the way around that center axis evenly. As you come back to the right, open that left foot, take it to the back, and then bring that foot back in here. Small and small, then medium and large. Again, let's go small and small, then medium and large. Let's try it one more time. All the pieces together. Angled here with the small on the left. Small on the left again. Here's a medium-sized one, and then the large. Excellent. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and set this to music. All right, take a deep breath. Find your posture. 5, 6. Here we go. It's right hip and right hip. Here's our medium and large. Do it again. And again, same side. Good, let's do it one more time on that side. Excellent, take a deep breath up. Find that posture. We're going to try the same thing on the other side. Here we go on 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. Little circle on the left. Medium circle. And big. Here we go. Here's our medium circle. And big. Again. Beautiful. Do it again. Good. Take a deep breath up. Let's set it up to do it on the right again. Roll those shoulders back and down. Find your beautiful arm position. Nice, strong arms. Here we go. On the right. This time we're going to switch to the left. Over rotate this a little bit. Take it around and you can just get a little extra rotation to bring your weight to the other side so you can start. Again, here we go. All right, over rotate it. Take it all the way back around to the left. One more time each side. the right again. Over rotate it, take it back to the left. One more time here. And strike your pose. Excellent work, fabulous dancer. If you enjoyed that belly dance tutorial, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel so that I can send you free belly dance content every single week. But before you go, I want to know from you, how did it go? Which variation of that hip circle did you enjoy the most? And what would you like to learn next? I read and respond to your comments. I would love to hear from you, and perhaps I will choose one of your topics for a future video. Y'all have a great day, and I'll share the dance floor with you soon.